Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we will continue with the story of Swallowed Star episode 227. In the previous episode, a fierce battle erupted in the waters of the Universe Sea. Just when Anyang Master was unleashing his strongest secret technique with his staff, a powerful spear suddenly pierced through his palm. The attack was so devastating that more than half of his divine body was destroyed in an instant before his reserve divine power rapidly restored the damage. At the same time, Luo Feng activated his miniature universe, transforming the surrounding space into a chaotic domain. Combined with the power of the Shi Wu wings and the Flame Sand Cup, the battlefield became a prison from which escape seemed impossible. The mysterious attacker turned out to be Blood Cloud Palace Master. However, this was actually Luo Feng's golden horned beast clone in disguise. Hidden behind layers of Golden Kingdom domains and endless seas of flames, Anyang Master never realized the truth. Faced with simultaneous attacks from Luo Feng and Blood Cloud Palace Master, he quickly found himself overwhelmed. Despite his tremendous strength and enormous reserves of divine power, Anyang Master was forced into a completely defensive position. For 9 straight seconds, he endured relentless attacks from both opponents. Although he managed to survive, he could not gain any advantage. Once Luo Feng's miniature universe reached its time limit and the suppression weakened, Anyang Master seized the opportunity to flee. Knowing how difficult it would be to truly kill such an opponent, Luo Feng chose not to pursue him. After escaping, Anyang Master carefully analyzed the battle and reached a shocking conclusion. Since Luo Feng had sealed the surrounding space before the fight began, Blood Cloud Palace Master could not have entered the battlefield midway through. That meant he must have been hidden inside Luo Feng's world ring from the very beginning. This led Anyang Master to spread a rumor throughout the Universe Sea. Blood Cloud Palace Master was secretly a member of humanity assigned to protect Luo Feng. The rumor quickly spread across countless factions. Many forces that had previously suffered losses at Blood Cloud Palace Master's hands immediately confronted humanity, demanding answers. Yet the human race firmly denied all accusations. Even Chaos City leader and other human experts questioned Luo Feng about his relationship with Blood Cloud Palace Master. Luo Feng simply replied that they had met in the waters of Tilting Peak World and became companions during their adventures. To Luo Feng, these rumors were insignificant. He understood that Anyang Master was merely seeking revenge after his humiliating defeat. Rather than wasting time worrying about politics and speculation, Luo Feng focused on what truly mattered, exploring the mysterious cave and uncovering the secret hidden within. Now, let us continue with episode 227. After countless failed attempts, Luo Feng once again entered the mysterious cave. This time, he was determined to uncover the truth behind the dazzling wings hidden beyond the 9 layers of light barriers. To ensure absolute safety, he left Blood Cloud Palace Master outside as a guard while he entered the Star Tower carrying all of his most valuable treasures, including the Shi Wu wings and the Tribulation armor. The Star Tower expanded to an enormous size and slowly passed through the 9 layers of light. Moments later, it entered a mysterious world unlike anything Luo Feng had ever seen. The instant he arrived, endless storms of blade light crashed against the Star Tower from every direction. Each blade carried terrifying power, surpassing even the strongest attacks of many Universe Masters and rivaling strikes from Universe Supreme Masters. Although the Star Tower was an invincible supreme treasure, it was still thrown around like a leaf caught in a hurricane. Luo Feng was shocked. He immediately realized that without the protection of the Star Tower, he would have been annihilated in an instant. To reduce the danger, he shrank the Star Tower to the size of a tiny particle. The smaller target dramatically reduced the number of attacks striking it, allowing him to regain control. From there, he carefully navigated through the endless sea of destructive blade storms. For an entire month, Luo Feng traveled through this terrifying region at incredible speed. Eventually, after crossing nearly 5 light-years of space, he finally approached the source of all the destruction. Only then did he discover the truth. The gigantic wings stretching across countless light-years were merely an illusion created by endless blade light. The true source was a pair of white wings only about 100 meters tall, floating silently at the center of the storm. Around the wings existed a strange empty zone untouched by the blade storms. Every blade light was born from the wings, traveled outward across vast distances, and was eventually drawn back in, creating a never-ending cycle of destruction. The moment Luo Feng saw the white wings, the Shi Wu wings on his back began to tremble violently. It was as if they were calling to each other. The reaction confirmed Luo Feng's suspicion. The mysterious white wings and his Shi Wu wings were originally part of the same treasure. As the Star Tower slowly approached, Luo Feng suddenly felt an overwhelming pressure descend upon him. A terrifying ancient will exploded into his consciousness. Leave. The roar echoed endlessly inside his mind. The will carried unimaginable arrogance and authority, making Luo Feng feel as though he were an insignificant insect standing before an ancient god. Yet despite its terrifying presence, Luo Feng noticed something strange. The will repeatedly shouted threats and curses but seemed unable to use any sophisticated methods. Protected by the star tower, Luo Feng continued moving forward. 2,000 kilometers. 1,000 kilometers. 500 kilometers. The closer he approached, the stronger the pressure became. At 50 kilometers, his body trembled uncontrollably. At 30 kilometers, pain spread throughout every part of his divine body. At 16 kilometers, Luo Feng finally reached his limit and was forced to stop. For 6 months afterward, he remained inside the star tower, constantly resisting the oppressive will. Instead of breaking him, the pressure gradually tempered and strengthened his own willpower. When he finally adapted, he began searching for ways to obtain the white wings. He attempted to send divine power toward them, but every trace was instantly crushed. He extended the star tower itself, trying to hook the wings and pull them closer. Yet no matter how hard he struck, the wings remained completely motionless. Even attacks delivered at dozens of times the speed of light failed to move them by a single inch. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Luo Feng refused to give up. Then, on the 9th day, everything changed. A new consciousness suddenly contacted him. Unlike the savage will attacking him before, this voice was calm and intelligent. It introduced itself as the spirit of the white wings. The spirit explained that its original master had died in an ancient battle long ago. The wings had been heavily damaged, and the original spirit had been destroyed. The current spirit was a newly born consciousness with only fragmented memories of the past. It remembered almost nothing except a terrifying battle and a single sword strike that had severely damaged the wings. The spirit also revealed a shocking truth. The white wings were not complete. There were other missing wing components scattered elsewhere. When it sensed the Shi Wu wings on Luo Feng's body, it realized that parts of itself still existed outside. The spirit claimed that 3 ancient bloodstains remained on the wings. These bloodstains contained terrifying willpower and were responsible for the oppressive force attacking Luo Feng. For countless ages, the spirit had struggled to remove them but had achieved little success. It then made Luo Feng an offer. If Luo Feng helped restore the wings by providing precious materials and treasures, the wings would eventually recognize him as their master. However, the conditions were extremely demanding. First, the candidate must possess perfect genetic life form status. Second, the candidate's willpower must far exceed their cultivation level. At first glance, Luo Feng appeared to satisfy both requirements perfectly. Yet instead of becoming excited, he became suspicious. The more he listened, the more something felt wrong. Why would such a powerful treasure reveal so much information? Why was it eager to persuade him to hand over valuable treasures first? Why did everything seem perfectly designed to lure him into investing resources? Having experienced the terrifying process of claiming the Star Tower, Luo Feng knew that supreme treasures were never simple. Rather than acting impulsively, he chose patience. For the next 6 years, he remained near the white wings, continuously tempering his willpower under the oppressive pressure. During that time, the Shi Wu wings on his back grew increasingly restless. Then something unbelievable happened. A weak consciousness suddenly emerged from within the Shi Wu wings themselves. The treasure had developed its own spirit. At first, the newborn spirit could barely communicate. Like a newborn child, it struggled to form complete thoughts. But after months of growth, it finally managed to speak with Luo Feng. What it said left him completely stunned. The spirit repeatedly insisted that it wanted to go outside. It wanted to consume the light surrounding the white wings. According to its fragmented memories, the light originated from something called origin. Even more astonishing, it revealed that its inherited memories contained the image of 6 pairs of wings. 6 pairs. Not 1. Not 2. 6 complete pairs of wings. At that moment, Luo Feng felt as though thunder had exploded inside his mind. The white wings before him and the Shi Wu wings he possessed were merely fragments of an incomparably greater treasure. A supreme treasure consisting of 6 pairs of wings. A treasure whose true power and origin might surpass anything currently known in the universe C. And for the first time, Luo Feng had finally uncovered the first clue to the enormous secret hidden behind the mysterious white wings. To be continued. That concludes episode 227 of Swallowed Star. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the latest episodes. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Phải ngã xuống trên con đường này. Chưa chắc là ta. Vô tri. Cường giả ta giết. Huyết vân điện chỉ có thể miễn cưỡng đỡ được. Này lại giúp La Phong này đánh lén ta. Nhưng còn nhiều hơn cường giả ngươi từng gặp. Nhanh quá, chủ. Ngươi cũng xem như nhân vật danh chấn tứ phương. Ta thích giúp ai thì giúp. Ngươi tệ. Đáng tiếc uy năng thần lực hơi yếu. Đao pháp E cũng chỉ... Được. Thí Ngô Vũ chẳng trách Thạch chi chủ lâm vào nguy cơ. Phụ quang. Còn tính là anh hùng hảo hán gì? Uy năng không nhỏ. Đao của ngươi không quản được sao? Ta vì vũ trụ chỉ là tứ cực bí pháp mà thôi. Huyết Vân, đừng phí lời với hắn, cùng giải quyết hắn. Phi hình vũ trụ. Dực gia trì. Hỏa diễm sa bôi gia trì.